Before you spend $1 on an EV, watch this. EVs lose almost 60% of their value in 5 years. Hybrids lose 30%. EVs cost more to insure, more to maintain, and more to repair. And 46% of the people who bought one want out. Meanwhile, hybrids just became the cheapest type of car you can own. Whether you're buying your first car or replacing one, this changes how you shop. Today, I'm counting down 7 that make EVs look like a financial mistake, plus 3 EVs to stay away from. The number 1 pick saves you $26,000 compared to a Tesla. Let's go. At number 7, the Kia Sportage Hybrid. And I know what some of you are thinking. Kia? On a list like this? Stay with me. 43 miles per gallon. City and highway. Same number both ways, which almost never happens. What the sticker says is what you get. No surprises at the pump. Starts at $28,790, and buyers are paying below sticker price right now. 0 recalls on the 2025 model. Edmunds gave it an 8.4, consumer reviews average a perfect 5 out of 5, and you get 227 horsepower from a turbocharged hybrid so it moves when you step on it. But the real weapon is the warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles on the engine and hybrid battery, 5 years bumper to bumper, and 3 years of free maintenance. Tesla gives you 4. One covers you for a decade, the other barely gets you through the loan. Against the Kia EV6 at $42,900, the Sportage saves over $14,000 at purchase. No charger needed, no range anxiety. And it holds about 50% of its value after 5 years, while the EV6 sits on lots with 149 days of unsold inventory. Insurance runs about $1,997 a year. Way less than any EV in its class. And here's a number the EV crowd doesn't talk about. Consumer Reports found hybrids have 15% fewer problems than gas cars, while EVs have 80% more. That's a 95-point gap from best to worst. Owners love this thing. Comfortable seats, the infotainment works without fighting you, and the trunk swallows a week of groceries. Nothing about it feels like settling. Not flashy, not trying to be. You're buying 10 years of coverage and 43 miles per gallon for under $29,000. Go 2023 or newer. Next one costs $34 a month to maintain. $34. Number 6, the Honda CR-V Hybrid. KBB Best Buy Award winner. Edmunds calls it the best driving compact SUV on the market. Take a corner and you forget you're in a crossover. 40 miles per gallon combined. Dude, RepairPal ranks it second out of 26 compact SUVs with a 4.5 out of 5, the highest score of any SUV on this list. Repairs average $407 a year, about $34 a month. That's a streaming subscription. And Honda ranks first out of 32 brands for reliability. First, every car company in America, and Honda's on top. These go well beyond 200,000 miles, and some owners report north of 300,000. When the hybrid battery needs work, you're looking at $1,000 to $6,000. A Tesla Model 3 battery runs $10,000 to $16,000. You fix the hybrid and move on. The Tesla bill changes your plans for the year. Starts around $36,000, slightly more than the Chevy Equinox EV at $33,600. You'd think the EV saves you money, right? Not anymore. The Equinox EV only came out ahead with the $7,500 federal tax credit, and that credit expired September 2025. Without it, the CR-V wins on total cost. And the CR-V has 30 years behind it. The Equinox EV is brand new, first year on the road, from a company still figuring out electric cars. First-year models always have problems. You don't want to find them at 40,000 miles. Less cargo room than a RAV4, and that's the trade. Fair deal for how this one handles. Go 2023 or newer. Number 5 is where things shift. From here on out, every pick on this list gets harder to beat. The Ford Maverick Hybrid. A truck. Getting 42 miles per gallon in the city. I'm serious, 42. In a truck. Only hybrid pickup in America. Ford sold a record 155,000 in 2025, making it the 4th best-selling model in their whole lineup. Starts at $26,995, and what buyers actually pay is about $29,300. Dealers aren't marking it up. That's less than most compact SUVs on this list. And it's a truck. Now here's the story. Ford canceled the F-150 Lightning, took a $19.5 billion write-down to walk away from EVs. That electric truck started at $62,995. The Maverick costs less than half, gets 42 miles per gallon city, and set a sales record the same year the Lightning got axed. Same company, opposite results. That tells you everything. For 2025, Ford added all-wheel drive to the Hybrid for the first time. That was the one thing missing. You also get a 4.5-foot bed, 1,500-pound payload, and a ride that feels more car than truck. Owners use these for everything: Home Depot runs, weekend camping, daily commute, and they fill up half as often as their coworkers. Downsides are real. Towing tops out at 2,000 pounds, Ford's track record trails Honda and Toyota, and there have been recalls for the drivetrain and the backup camera. Worth knowing. But nothing else gives you truck utility at 42 miles per gallon for under 30 grand. Nothing. Go 2024 or newer for the AWD Hybrid. Next one is for families. The EV it's up against costs 80 grand. Number 4, the Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid. Now, Hyundai 10 years ago, fair to be skeptical. But Hyundai now is a different company. 3 rows, standard all-wheel drive, and a complete redesign for 2024 that sharpened the whole look. The styling alone makes people stop and ask what you're driving. Inside, soft touch surfaces, a wide digital dash, and a second row that adults can sit in without complaining. Most 3-row SUVs at 40 grand cut corners. This one doesn't feel like it did. 36 miles per gallon combined, starting around $39,500 with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty on the engine and hybrid battery, plus 3 years of free maintenance. J.D. Power gives it 88 out of 100. It's an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus and NHTS a 5-star. The whole sweep. So what's the catch? There isn't one. A Tesla Model X starts at $79,990. 80 grand for a 3-row with Falcon Wing doors that break and repair bills that'll ruin your month. The Santa Fe gives you 3-row seating, real cargo space, and a warranty twice as long for half the price. Hyundai's hybrid sales jumped 36% in 2025, and December alone surged 71%. They hit an all-time US record with over 901,000 vehicles sold. Hybrids now make up 30% of everything they sell. Buyers aren't confused. They did the math. One gripe: touch buttons on the dash instead of physical ones. Cold morning, gloves on, it's annoying. Minor. And there's more. The Hybrid runs a regular 6-speed automatic, not a CVT. Simpler, proven, and cheaper to fix down the road. 2024 or newer. That's the one. If this is saving you money, hit subscribe. Top 3 is next, plus 3 EVs to run from at the end. These next picks have numbers that don't look real. At number 3, the Honda Civic Hybrid, the car everyone compares to the Tesla Model 3. And it wins. North American Car of the Year, Motor One Best Car of 2024, KBB Best Buy Award, and the Drive Best Value of 2026. 4 major awards in 2 years. No hybrid has done that. 200 horsepower, 232 pound-feet of torque, and 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds. Quicker than the Civic Si. You're getting 49 miles per gallon combined in a car that's actually fun to drive. That mix didn't exist 2 years ago. Now it's under 30 grand. The Model 3 starts at $38,990. 9 grand more. And for that extra $9,000, you get higher insurance, faster tire wear from the battery weight, and a home charger that runs $700 to $6,500 to install. The Model 3 also loses value almost twice as fast. Insurance alone costs about $1,200 more a year on the Tesla. Over 5 years, that's $6,000 gone, and that's before the charger and the tires. Maintenance on the Civic runs $368 a year, less than $1 a day. I've talked to Honda mechanics who say these are the simplest hybrid systems they work on. Fewer parts to break, fewer things to go wrong. The Model 3 looks great on paper. The Civic looks better in your bank account. Hybrids make up 40% of Civic sales now, and over half of Accords are hybrids too. Honda isn't guessing. Buyers made the call. Number 2 made Toyota go all in. You'll see why. And number 2, the Toyota Camry Hybrid. Toyota did something no major automaker has done. Killed the gas-only Camry. Every 2025 Camry is a hybrid. No gas option, just hybrid. The most popular sedan maker in the world looked at the data and said, this is the only version worth building. That's not a trim level, that's a bet, and they went all in. And it drives like it. The new hybrid system is smoother than the old gas engine, quiet at low speeds, responsive when you merge, and the switch between electric and gas is so clean you forget there's a battery. 50 miles per gallon combined, and real-world owners hit 50 to 52 without trying. Starts at $28,400. Edmunds puts the 5-year cost to own at $28,879, which makes it the cheapest midsize sedan to run in America. I'm not exaggerating. Cheapest. Repairs average $388 a year with just an 11% chance of anything severe. Consumer Reports top pick. Average Camry goes 13.2 years and 172,000 miles. 32% hit 200,000, and many keep rolling well past 300,000 with basic maintenance and brake pads. Number 1 selling passenger car in America, 23 years straight. Read that again, 23. You'd think an EV sedan would beat those numbers, right? Not anymore. Against the Hyundai Ioniq 6, the math only worked in the EV's favor with the $7,500 tax credit. Credit's gone. Without it, the Camry costs less to own. Plus, you get 50 miles per gallon, 5-minute fills, 600-mile range per tank, and you never need to find a working charger. 29% of them don't work anyway. Toyota looked at the numbers and said, every Camry buyer is better off in a hybrid. The market agreed. And number 1. The Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. I know, it's the one your neighbor drives, and it's not exciting. You're right, but this list was never about exciting. It's about your money, and no SUV in America protects yours like this one. Best-selling SUV, 8 years running. And the head-to-head against the Tesla Model Y is the most one-sided financial matchup in the car market. It's not even an argument. It's math. RAV4 Hybrid starts at $33,675. Model Y, $46,630. 13 grand more before you leave the lot. Then the value drops. The RAV4 Hybrid loses 30.1% in 5 years, while the Model Y loses 60.8%. On the Tesla, that's about $28,000 gone. On the RAV4, roughly $9,600. That gap alone buys you a second car. And insurance on the Model Y costs up to 79% more. That's up to $1,900 extra a year, and over 5 years, another $5,000 to $10,000 gone. A total damage. The RAV4 Hybrid costs about $26,700 less to own over 5 years. We're not talking spare change here. That's a used Civic Hybrid. And you wonder why automakers lost $52 billion betting on EVs. This is why. You get 39 miles per gallon, all-wheel drive standard, 566 miles per tank, and 5-minute fill-ups at any of 145,000 gas stations. Model Y gives you 320 miles, 20 to 30 minutes at a charger, and a network where 1 in 7 stops fail. A 2017 RAV4 Hybrid hit 500,000 miles on the original battery, $500,000, basic maintenance only. Toyota backs it with an 8-year battery warranty, and Kia gave you 10 on the Sportage. Tesla gives you 8, but only covers it if the battery drops below 70%. Read the fine print on that one. Picture 10 RAV4 hybrids and 10 Model Ys 5 years from now. The RAV4 owners kept their money. Model Y owners watched it leave. That's the number 1 pick. But don't leave yet, because I need to show you 3 EVs that are actively losing people money. Go 2020 or newer on the RAV4. Skip the 2019. Now 3 EVs to stay away from. The Chevy Blazer EV. Consumer Reports gave it 9 out of 100. GM pulled it from lots because the software wasn't done. Not a car, a beta test with a sticker price. The Ford Mustang Mach-E. Ford's hybrid truck is setting records while their electric crossover bled billions. They took a $19.5 billion write-down to walk away from this bet. Resale dropped over 40% in 3 years. When the company building your car abandons it, listen. And the Tesla Cybertruck. 7 recalls in year 1. 80 grand for a truck that can't hold standard plywood and can't be fixed at a normal shop. Owners are reporting rust spots, panel gaps you can fit your fingers into, and repair waits stretching into months. The Maverick costs a third of that and broke sales records. Every EV on this list had a hybrid that beat it. 52 billion gone. And the answer was already on the lot. 7 hybrids that protect your wallet. 3 EVs that won't. And if you want the full breakdown of SUVs that never break down, I already did the math, right here.